Students and faculty, welcome. You may be seated. It's okay to clap. This is a very big arena, and so we need to make some noise, fill it with some noise, ladies and gentlemen. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Gary Leroy, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Admissions, and it is my privilege to act as your Master of Ceremonies today. To our students of medicine, congratulations. You have dedicated many years of hard work to achieve this goal today. Today, we celebrate the 41st annual Boonshoft School of Medicine graduation. We thank the staff, the faculty, both full-time as well as voluntary, and our community for helping our school succeed. For the success of our graduates, we particularly want to thank those people most supportive of you, the family and friends that are here and are listening remotely to today's graduation. So let's give them a round of applause. Graduates, you're about to officially enter the profession of medicine during, as you've heard it many times, extraordinary times, an extraordinary moment in our world's history. The faculty and staff of the Boonshoft School of Medicine sincerely wish that they could have been here with you to celebrate this important transition. At this time, I would like to introduce and welcome those present with us. On stage, Dr. Valerie Weber, Dean of the Wright State University Boonshoft School of Medicine. Dr. Susan Edwards, President of the Wright State University. Dr. Brenda Roman, Associate Dean, Wright State University's Boonshoft School of Medicine, Department of Medical Education. Dr. Erica Taylor, our guest speaker and Assistant Dean of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Wright State University's Boonshoft School of Medicine. They're really excited about you, Dr. Taylor. Dr. Paul Kolas, Chair and Associate Professor of Pathology and the 2021 Teaching Excellent Recipient. They're really excited about him also. Dr. Gregory Toussaint, Assistant Dean of Clinical Skills Education, Wright State University, Boonshoft School of Medicine. My task as your Master of Ceremony is to be the official podium wipe down agent. So you'll see me up here wiping down the podium between speakers. So I'm doing my job, my 5-second wipe down, before I introduce our first speaker. It's my pleasure to introduce the President of the Wright State University, Dr. Susan Edwards.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have spent the last few days with the graduations, and this is the first one that I can actually tell that every single one of you are smiling behind those masks. So congratulations and welcome. Welcome to your family and friends that are joining us here today. I am so excited to be here with you on such a happy occasion, although I always do have mixed emotions on graduation day. We are all delighted to share in this wonderful celebration of our medical students and your accomplishments. And we wish you well as you prepare to apply what you've learned here in pursuit of new challenges on your way to even greater achievements. And oh, how much you have learned. Especially in the last year during the pandemic. You have embodied the true Raider spirit by facing adversity head on while exhibiting great courage and professionalism. You have proved adaptable in the disruptions to your clinical education, and your flexibility has served you well and will continue to do so as you move forward. I find it bittersweet because as we celebrate with you today, we must also bid farewell to more than 120 unique individuals who have come to be an indispensable part of our university community. 4 years ago, more than 5,000 students, from around the world applied to fill the spots that you filled as first-year medical students. Let that sink in for a little minute. Each of you are part of a select group as you started your journey and as you are today. We welcomed your enthusiasm and dreams when we were at the white coat ceremony. And over the past 4 years, through your hard work and dedication, you have proven yourself not only worthy, but you have also reached this goal. I know for all of you, this is a dream fulfilled, because today, for the very first time, you can sign your name followed by the letters MD. It gives me so much pleasure to know that many of you will be staying with us for the next step of your professional development as new physicians in one of our outstanding residency programs. I know our faculty members will eagerly welcome you soon as colleagues, and I'm sure they look forward to helping you gain the expertise in your chosen specialty. Some of you will prepare for places on the front lines of medicine in primary care specialties such as family medicine or pediatrics. Others of you will remain with us in residencies in emergency medicine, obstetrics and gynecology, psychiatry, or surgery. If history is any guide, we may also take comfort in the thought that many of you may decide to remain in the area after residency, so that patients here may continue to benefit from your brilliant minds, your compassionate hearts, and your healing hands. I am standing before you today because of a Boonshoft School of Medicine graduate. So if you want to know how important your role is out there, I am the living embodiment of that. For those of you who will soon leave us for residency programs elsewhere in Ohio or across the nation, we know your training here has prepared you well for the specialties as diverse as anesthesiology, neurology, dermatology, ophthalmology, and orthopedic surgery, as well as diagnostic radiology. Wherever your paths lead, whatever your focus, we can be certain you will represent us well as graduates of the Boonshoft School of Medicine, and we will be proud to recognize you as alumni of Wright State University. So today, I am deeply honored to be one of the first to congratulate you officially on this momentous occasion, to express my untold admiration for all that you have achieved in your career with us so far, and to offer you the very best of wishes and continued success as you move forward. Congratulations, class of 2021, and well done. Good luck with your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Edwards. It is now my pleasure, after I wipe down the podium, to introduce the Dean of the Wright State University Boonshoft School of Medicine, Dr. Valerie Weber, so that she can give her remarks. Dr. Weber.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. Thank you, President Edwards, for being here with us today. Faculty, friends, and family. A special shout out to the parents Your kid is graduating from medical school today. Let that sink in. Thank you all so much for being here in person to celebrate with us. We are so glad that we're able to do this. I've been dean with you here since early November, and we have not all been in the same physical space together, so I am just filled with joy to be here. We normally would have this event at a more intimate center in Dayton. The Schuster Center would be our normal venue. It would feel a lot different, and we'd also have many faculty and staff present to cheer you on. Please know that they're here in spirit. We're just so happy to be here regardless. Class of 2021, you're my first class of graduates as dean at BSOM. And the pandemic made it a little hard to get to know each other, but you will always be my first class of graduates, and so you have that very meaningful distinction. You're about to receive an MD degree. You've been working for this for much of your life. In our profession, though, some of the most intense learning is ahead of you as you go on to residency programs and commit to this path of lifelong learning that being a physician requires. So usually at medical school commencements, we usually say things about grit and tenacity in the face of difficult times. Well, I think you already know a few things about that than the usual graduating medical school class. And even before the pandemic, lots has happened, before that time, during your medical school years. Dayton had a terrible mass shooting and a devastating tornado. And then, of course, the pandemic, and it greatly impacted your medical school experience in the past few years. Your clinical experiences were disrupted at times. You had a reimagined residency process. You had to apply and rank programs without the opportunity to visit them in person. You experienced a virtual match day. But you were resilient, professional, and flexible in the face of all of these challenges. You tolerated quarantines and PCR testing, and you were the first students in our region to receive the new vaccines. You did this all, keeping your eye on the prize, that goal to which you've worked for so many years. And now here we are at a lovely, but a little bit more unusual commencement ceremony. I would like to read for you a bit of the poem called The Chambered Nautilus by Wendell Holmes. The chambered nautilus is one of the oldest creatures known to live in the oceans. The nautilus inhabits different segments of the shell as it grows, continuously growing new, larger cells into which it moves as it grows in maturity. As it leaves each smaller chamber behind, it spins its beautiful shell and forms for us one of the most perfect examples of nature's precision, demonstrating to us nature's grace in growth, expansion, and renewal. From the third stanza, year after year beheld the silent toil that spread his lustrous coil. Still, as the spiral grew, he left the past year's dwelling for the new, stole with soft step its shining archway through, built up its idle door, stretched in his last found home, and knew the old no more. Class of 2021, you have now outgrown us. In a few moments, you'll walk across the stage, be hooded, receive your diploma, and begin your next chapter. The fact that you have arrived here today is no surprise to us. You were chosen to attend this great medical school because you exhibited special qualities, a demonstrated commitment to service, a well-rounded humanistic perspective, and now you will take these personal qualities, along with everything you've learned here with us over these past few years, to begin your service to humankind at a time like no other, when your ability to make an impact is immense. Your experience over the past 4 years have prepared you for the challenges of your career as a physician. It will be challenging, but you will experience tremendous growth. We are so proud of you. Please keep in touch with your Boonshoft family. We will be rooting for you always. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Weber. And now, Mr. Declan Ferry, president of the class of 2021, will present remarks on behalf of the class.
Work. I said this earlier, but I should have taken the beta blocker. I'd first like to thank faculty and administration for giving me the opportunity to speak on this momentous day. Given my reputation as a bit of a loose cannon around here, I was a little bit surprised, but I try not to ask questions, and I wrote this on the way over here, so here goes nothing. I would personally like to thank a few influential people in my life. This is not an all-inclusive list. Thank you to the members of class council, which include Victoria Kim, Cameron McLone, Katie Cudahy, Courtney Smith, Blake Nelson, Roy Chen, Andrew Berman, Ashley Brent, and Matt Lovell. Thank you all for your hard work and dedication to the class these past 4 years. It's been a pleasure working with and getting to know you all. I'd also like to thank Dr. Brenda Roman, Dr. Margaret Dunn, Dr. Gary Leroy, Dr. Randy Woods, and Dr. Linda Barney, and my mother, Cindy Fury, who is an ICU nurse and rapid response team nurse for over 25 years. Thank you all for your guidance and mentorship over these past few years. But if I'm being completely honest with you all, I don't feel that I have a position of expertise to be speaking words of wisdom to my classmates. Yes, I'm the class president, but any of my classmates could have fulfilled this role with the leadership skills that they possess as physicians. So to my class, having seen what you have all accomplished in your lives and what I know you will become, I'm honored to be among each of you. You will be radiation oncologists at Hopkins. Shout out to Grant Gardner. It's kind of a big deal. You'll be rurally trained family medicine doctors ready to handle anything that comes through the door. Emergency medicine physicians who will see and hear stories you wouldn't believe. Internists who will tactfully manage complex patients. Neurologists who will learn Jedi mind tricks. OBGYNs who will bring life into this world. Psychiatrists who will read our minds. Surgeons who will use their hands to heal. And pediatricians who will be a source of hope and joy for their kiddos and families. A lot of you will also be people who live in Cleveland, seeing as how like half the class matched there. In all seriousness, however, I feel obliged to offer a few parting thoughts. In my short 26 years, I've experienced love, loss, struggle, personal growth, and on occasion, like today, achievement. I've seen others, physicians and patients alike, experience these things as well. And one thing always holds true. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. As physicians, we have been and will continue to be called on to respond in each of these situations of love, the birth of a child, of loss, the death of a loved one, struggle, affording a medication, and achievement, the remission of a cancer. Throughout our training to respond to these situations, we also have all been challenged. We have been exhausted, we have struggled, and we have overcome time and time again. These challenges will continue in the coming months as we enter our intern year of training. All interns, residents, and dare I say attendings, experience this from time to time. While we are tasked with handling life's most difficult and occasionally joyous circumstances, what will define us is how we respond, the 90%, to the same challenges in our own lives. One way that we as physicians can respond is with professionalism. It's a defining quality of our profession, but it is also what can get people fired. And after all the professionalism training we've received over the past 4 years, we shouldn't have a problem with that. Another way to respond to life is to address your passions and concerns proactively. I encourage you to be the change that you want to see in the world. Being a physician is a highly respected profession. Our education and expertise commands influence. This is a lot of responsibility, but with the respect and trust given to us by society, I hope that each of us would use that authority to speak for those who have been oppressed and mistreated. Through your unique gifts, backgrounds, and perspectives, I encourage you as individuals to represent your culture and communities in a way that brings about the change that you want to see in the world. It's a large feat to take on, but we can start small, even in the next 2 months. For example, if you felt that you were treated poorly at times, be the resident that takes the students under their wing. If you feel that your specialty has a culture that could be changed for the better, bring about that change on July 1st. As a final reflection, let us never forget that it is a great privilege to study and practice medicine, a privilege that was cut short for one of our classmates, a colleague and a friend, Sean Bush. For those of you who did not know Sean, he was always kind, gentle, and approachable. He unexpectedly passed away at the beginning of our 3rd year. His patients would have loved him, and he is someone I wish I could have worked with in the future. He has been and will continue to be dearly missed. I don't understand why bad things happen to good people. It's one of those questions medicine has never been able to answer. Today, the medical school recognizes Sean with an honorary doctorate, and our class honors him by donating a bicycle rack with his name engraved on it. The rack was designed by a classmate of ours, Ash Thanapin. Sean was an avid cyclist, and you could always see him riding his bike to and from class. He even rode to the hospital for work during the start of our 3rd year, which baffles me. Get up super early. But the rack will be placed at Whitehall, a building where medical students learn and attend courses during the first 3 years of medical school. Additionally, our class made bicycle pins in memory of Sean, and the funds made from the pins were put in a donation for his scholarship fund. I plan on wearing my bicycle pin, for as long as I practice, to serve as a reminder of Sean and his virtues, and so that I may never take for granted the profession we are so fortunate to have. In closing, some of our paths will never cross again, which is a strange thought, but it is part of life. For some, I'm sure we'll work together in the future, and I look forward to that day. Know that I mean when I say I would happily send my patients and family to you all to be under your care and expertise. You're all outstanding individuals. I want to wish you all the very best in your residency and in life. May your lives be blessed as you continue to bless the lives of those you serve. Thank you. I now have the pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Erica Taylor. Erica Taylor, MD, is the Assistant Dean for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at the Wright State University Boonshoft School of Medicine. She transitioned into the role in fall 2020 from her previous position as the BSOM Pediatrics Clerkship Director. A 2005 graduate of Boonshoft School of Medicine, Dr. Taylor, in 2010, completed her residency training in internal medicine and pediatrics. Dr. Taylor has served on multiple local and national committees throughout her career. Her most recent roles include teaching and learning lead for the national nonprofit Aquifer Educators Consortium, immediate past chair of the Boonshoft School of Medicine Student Promotions Committee, member of the BSOM Doctoring Committee, and member of the Residency Education Committee at Dayton Children's Hospital, where she serves as a hospitalist as well. I don't know how Dr. Taylor sleeps, but she does that somewhere in there. Dr. Taylor? Okay, good.
It's nice. I have my own wiper downer and everything. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. So, this is the first time me doing this, so please, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak to you today. So, welcome, Wright State students, graduates, family, and friends. I appreciate the opportunity to provide some words on this wonderful day. First, I'd like to honor the strength and guidance that all have supported in the journey for each of us in the path of healing. To my family, I thank you for all the love and support you've shown me over the years. Next, I'd like to acknowledge all the institutions of higher learning that led me to be the kind of physician that I can be proud of. I'd like to honor the faculty, staff here at Wright State that continually give of themselves so that everyone can experience success. To the graduates and the class of 2021, it is a privilege that I can celebrate with you today, one of the milestones of your career that you will never forget. I would like to take a minute to honor your support system. We know that in this day and age, that may mean different things to different people. Family, friends, loved ones, neighbors that worked with you to provide a space for you to complete tasks, achieve goals, and to gain knowledge. I'm sure it wasn't easy. Thank you for understanding about missed holidays, short vacations, and delayed gratifications in their pursuit of this dream. Thank you for the late-night phone calls, the words of encouragement and support. Thank you for being at both the highs and lows of this journey. Thank you for your prayers of hope, success, and for safety. We honor you as well. This victory, in large part, is also yours. Today, my friends, you are no longer students, but colleagues in this world of healing. After today, you will answer to a new title and a new responsibility and trust that goes with it. Today, you are a certified healer, a purveyor of wellness, and a lifelong student of the human condition. You are also a health leader, an expert to the masses, and a trusted confidant. The secrets and fears that your future patients will share with you may humble and overwhelm you, but don't fear, you have the tools to take on this task. The place and time here at Wright State has taught you that. You are stronger than you know, and your path to continued success does not end here. I can remember just a few years ago seeing nervous and shy third-year students in my clerkship. Many are excited about being on wards. Some were scared about dropping babies. We understand that. Many were nervous about how they would adapt into a new world. I saw how you adapted to new challenges, new academic styles, and yes, suffered some setbacks. But these setbacks have shown you that you're more than your successes. You are the sum of all of your experiences. The joy and mastery of a skill, the value of humor, and the benefit of being human and vulnerable is not seen as a weakness, but rather an opportunity to connect with others. I look out into the crowd of graduates today and see the same familiar faces that I saw third year, but now with the confidence and the hope that we teachers saw in you on that first day. We're glad you're starting to believe us. And these past 2 years have not been easy. I can only imagine the internal and external challenges that these graduates have faced to get here. I don't believe that many of us have pictured the events that have occurred both on the local and world stage. I didn't think in my wildest dreams that we would stand in the storm of a global pandemic, offering comfort and peace in the storm of chaos. The devastating horror of systemic racism, inequality, and brutality, watching our nation stand up and demand for what's right, what's fair, and equitable treatment of all. It is very comforting to know that the next generation of medical professionals will continue to ask the question why and work to eliminate health disparities. Thank you all for speaking up, speaking out, and being part of the conversation for change. All of us have changed by what's happened to us. We observe a little bit closer, we listen a little bit more, and we both to what people say and how they say it. We speak up for those who lack a voice and whose voice have been silenced. And we are not done. There's much work to do. For some of us, the past few years have come with heartache and loss. Our loved ones are not able to be with us in the flesh, but their spirit and their love lives on through us. We honor them in their contribution to our lives our spirit, and our journey. Continue to tell their stories. Never forget the lessons that they have taught you and the pride that they would have by watching you be here today. Throughout 2020, we've gained perspective and amazement of all the skills that the family, friends, and students have shown. Some of you have created art, poetry, music, played an instrument, written a play, or just slowed down for a minute. And I know for some people, we never thought that would happen. We've gained an understanding of asking the question of, how are you? And really meaning it. Mental health has never been more important than today. Allowing a safe space to say, I'm not okay, and gathering the tools to work towards a better tomorrow is paramount to healing. As a mom, I'd like to share a couple of words of wisdom, if you don't mind, that I've heard from others I'd like to share with you on the beginning of your journey. It's not long, I promise. Number one, make peace with your past, live in the present, and hope for the future. The journey for some of you in medical school has been traumatic. Loss of loved ones, setbacks, and challenges can pile up. I need you to take a minute and release the heaviness of this step. There are many lessons that we have learned here. Take what you need and leave the rest. Next, live in this moment. There may be a tendency to rush to the next stage, but there's beauty in taking a breath and enjoying the sunshine. You will not be this way again, so celebrate the wins of today. The future, when it does come, find hope and leave it a little better than you found it. Number two, what people think of you is none of your business. You will hear a lot of opinions about your career, how you're doing, what you're not doing. Feedback on actions are helpful and needed part of your next journey. But opinions on who you are not. You are uniquely and divinely made, crafted for this space and time. Do not let the terms and titles that people give you dictate what you see in the mirror. You cannot control what they call you, but you can control the term and title that you answer to. Number three, don't compare your life with others. You have no idea what their journey is all about. As you begin this new chapter, I want you to remember that your journey is unique. We have the tendency to compare ourselves to others. Why don't I pick up this skill or knowledge as fast as someone else? Resist the temptation for self-doubt. Success can be superficial. That person you envy may not view themselves through your lens. They may likely have insecurities or be envious of the skills that you possess. Either way, again, you are divinely crafted and divinely made. Your space and time is well earned and should be respected. Number four, be the person people can count on, not the person people account for. During your medical training, you'll have many responsibilities and duties that are required of you. Everyone must contribute in order to achieve the most positive outcome as possible. Be mindful of deadlines, administrative tasks, and communication with your program. Don't be that person that people have to track down in order to get things done. Make sure your word has meaning. If you commit to something, see it through. When others are struggling and ask for help, if you can, offer to help. But if you cannot, it's okay to be direct and offer what you can. Be honest in your actions. People will respect you for it. Your integrity takes a lifetime to build, but only moments to suffer. Number five, no matter how you feel, sometimes you need to get up, dress up, and show up. During my career, there were times of self-doubt and the weight of training became a heavy burden. I remember showing up to my resident clinic with my head held low, wondering how I was going to make it through the next day. I happened to run into my first patient, a 20-year-old with a chronic illness, in the parking lot. She calls out to me and she says she's glad I can be here today. In the course of our conversation, she shared that she decided to go to college to study medicine because she wanted to be just like her doctors and take the time to really listen to patient problems and find solutions even when it was hard. It made me realize that no matter how many patients I have taken care of, for my next patient, I was their only doctor for that day. They deserve your full attention. So before you knock on that clinic door, Take a deep breath and give them the best care you can. Finally, approach each day asking, what's my purpose? And ending each day saying, I am thankful for. Every day, we can decide to do what we love. We hope that you have chosen a career that makes you a better person, make you want to jump out of bed excited and thirst for the knowledge and continued development. Sometimes it could be on a smaller scale. For example, what are your goals of this rotation, this clinic, this year? Writing down your thoughts and goals are helpful to determine what you really need to develop and thrive. Also think about your purpose in your community. How can you affect change? We know that health disparities exist in the medical community, should be leaders in decreasing them as much as possible. Even as a resident, continue asking the question why. We need more research on providing comprehensive care and breaking the stigma of association of disease with racial or cultural backgrounds. Allow this to be part of your career. By ending each day with a moment of gratitude, really puts things in perspective. Be grateful for those who have donated their time, their effort, and their health to your education. Putting their life in your hands in order to educate the next generation of physicians is a big ask and should not be taken lightly. So I ask, what's your purpose? For today? For tomorrow? What motivates each of you? Where do you want to make your mark in the world? I know that many are looking forward to paying back loans. I know I did. But what do you love? How do you express that love for your work and for yourself? Graduates, your voice matters. Your action matters. Your sacrifice matters. And I and the rest of the world thank you in advance for your contribution in it. Thank you.
Don't go away. Don't go away, Dr. Taylor.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor, for those inspiring words. We want to ensure we want to ensure that you remember this special occasion. On behalf of the Wright State University Boonshoft School of Medicine, the class of 2021 presents you with a replica of the original 1903 Wright Flyer, which was designed and built in Dayton, Ohio, the birthplace of aviation. Thanks, Dr. Taylor.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. And on behalf of the Boonshoft School of Medicine, I also wanted to sincerely thank the members of the class of 2021 for their gracious and beautiful class gift in dedication to Sean. And Dr. Taylor, that was more than inspirational. I'm going to remember, get up, dress up, and show up. Thank you very much. She deserves another round of applause. So now on behalf of the class of 2021, I will present the Community Appreciation Award. Each year, the graduating class recognizes an individual or an organization that has made a significant contribution to the Wright State University's Boonshoft School of Medicine. It is my honor and our honor to recognize the Greater Dayton Hospital Association. If there are members of the Greater Dayton Hospital Association present, will you please stand and be recognized? There they are. The Greater Dayton Hospital Association was established in 1936 and is a member service organization with more than 29 hospitals and healthcare organizations in the Greater Dayton area. Since the school's inception, the Boonshoft School of Medicine has had a strong connection with the Greater Dayton Hospital Association. This vital partnership allows Boonshoft School of Medicine students to train in state-of-the-art medical care facilities during their time in the Greater Dayton Area Hospital Association's member hospitals and clinics. The organization continues to serve its members and has fostered quality health care throughout the Greater Dayton area. During this COVID-19 pandemic, the Greater Dayton Hospital Association has facilitated support to healthcare professionals in the Dayton area and throughout the Montgomery County through the Montgomery County CARES Healthcare Grant. We want to thank the Greater Dayton Hospital Association for all of its outstanding contributions, both past, present, and in the future, to the Boonshoft School of Medicine and also to the Greater Dayton area. So again, thank you very much. I also wanted to show you the beautiful plaque that you will receive, and so one of our staff members will be sure and get that to you already. On behalf of the class of 2021, I will now present the 2021 Teaching Excellence Award to Dr. Paul Kolas. The Teaching Excellence Award recognizes instructors' professional skills as well as the pride with their instructional duties. When we think of pride and we think of just someone that the class truly appreciates, that has contributed to their education, Dr. Kolas definitely comes to mind. This is Dr. Kolas's last of 17 Teaching Excellence Awards because he's going to finally retire, but we know he's not really going to retire. So, Dr. Kolas, on behalf of the class of 2021, congratulations, and please accept this award from the class. Over the course of four years, the class of 2021 has selected additional Teaching Excellence Award recipients. On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to recognize, they are not here today, but I still would like to recognize Drs. Kenyon Miller, Dr. Mark Rich, Dr. Bethany Harper, and Dr. Cassandra Milling for their dedication to our students' education. Now I'd like to welcome Dr. Weber to present the Dean's Award.
The Dean's Award is a recognition of a graduate who demonstrates a commitment to academic excellence, who embodies empathy and compassion toward others, who exemplifies personal integrity and professionalism, and who has earned the respect and trust of classmates and faculty. It is an honor to present this year's award to Noor Saeed. Noor, will you please come to the podium to receive the Dean's Award? Noor's commitment to excellence in her academic achievements is demonstrating by her performance at the top of her class. She is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society and the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Noor has also received doctoring honors during her third year of medical school. She is an advocate for the Dayton community, planning educational events and curating panels for various local organizations. And I'm also very pleased to share that Noor will soon begin her residency in pediatrics at Case Western University Hospital's Cleveland Medical Center. So it gives me great pleasure to present Noor Saeed with the Dean's Award for the class of 2021. And now, for the exciting part. All candidates for the Doctor of Medicine, please rise. Dr. Edwards, I have the honor of presenting these candidates who have been recommended by the faculty, having completed all requirements for the Doctor of Medicine degree.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer you the Doctor of Medicine degree with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Before we begin with the reading of the names of our graduates, we would like to acknowledge the honorary diploma of Sean Bush. Please join us in a moment of silence in memory of Sean. It is now time for the hooding ceremony and the awarding of diplomas. Doctors Kolas and Taylor, please take your places. Each new graduate is given a Wright State University Boonshoft School of Medicine pen with their name, courtesy of the Dean's Office. After each senior's name is read, they can begin signing their name with the title MD. Each graduate will sign our registry of graduates that will be archived at the Boonshoft School of Medicine. Our graduates who participated in the Boonshoft Physician Leadership Program and the Pharmacology and Toxicology Program will also be receiving their master's diploma in addition to their Doctor of Medicine degree. We also have graduates who have received their PhD. These individuals will be recognized as their name is read. Family members and loved ones are welcome to celebrate audibly as their graduates are hooded. After all, they have worked so hard for so many years and survived. And so now we begin. Sarah Alam. Caitlin L. Elkhorn. Caitlin is also receiving a Master of Public Health. Eugene Matthew Almason. Justin B. Anderson. John T. Barnes. Patrick Barney. Kenton M. Berry. Sabina Bashir. Sabina is also receiving a Master of Science in Pharmacology and Toxicology. Caitlin E. B. Miller. David O. Bellany. Fatima Z. Bensaber. Shaigan Badi. Megan T. Blank. Ashley A. Brent. Morgan P. Bryant. Hannah L. Carson. Hannah is promoted this day to Captain, United States Air Force Medical Corps. Roy J. Chen. Roy is also receiving a Master of Science in Pharmacology and Toxicology. Ryan Clark. Amanda M. Collins. John L. Coughlin. Mark A. Krager. Catherine Cross. Caitlin E. Cudahy. Robin N. DiAgostino. Christian E. Dahir. Caitlin Danner. Jomi Dow. Brittany A. Denny. John P. Dethridge III. Matthew Deal. Saloni DeGomber. Declan A. Fury. Declan is promoted this day to Captain, United States Air Force Medical Corps. Ryan D. Gabbard. Samuel Gardner. Ulysses Grant Gardner, Jr. Krithi M. Goyle. Kimberly D. Golden. Mitchell Graham. Cassandra Gray. Peter Green. Wesley Green. Kayla J. Griffith. Seth J. Giozzi. Lucas M. Harrison. Taylor M. Hartleb. Taylor is also receiving a Master of Public Health. Elliot M. Hayden. Elliot also received a PhD. The thesis was Rescue of ALS Protein, FUS Toxicity by TAF15. Julia M. Hitchcock. Tricia R. Horston. Jasmine S. Holmes. Robert R. Hoops. Robert is also receiving a Master of Science in Pharmacology and Toxicology. Jordan Italiano. Jacqueline N. Jacobs. Jacqueline is also receiving a Master of Public Health. Jacqueline C. Jepson. Virginia M. Kime. Victoria Y. Kim. Valerie E. Kinlaw. Alexandra Krasinskis. Andrea O. La Palusa. Andrew is also receiving a Master of Science in Pharmacology and Toxicology. Brock A. Landrum. Amanda Lynn. Amanda is also receiving a Master of Public Health. Catherine T. LeMayo. Matthew M. Lovell. Joshua A. Madden. Courtney A. McCall. Julie M. McCormick. Cameron L. McGlone. Cameron is also receiving a Master of Science in Pharmacology and Toxicology. Kajana C. McKenzie. Autumn R. McMerrill. Mitchell N. McMurray. Ryan H. McNulty. Alexandra A. Mauk. Megan E. Mulligan. Kelly M. Mutterspaugh. Alexandria G. Nasser. Blake W. Nelson. Linda Wynn. Joshua N. Omade. Samuel C. Perry. Catherine B.T. Thumdui. Philip Polinakovic. Maya V. Prabhu. Max L. Quellhurst. James M. Riedler. James also received a PhD. His thesis was Adenovirus Co-ops Neutrophilic Inflammation in order to enhance entry into epithelial cells. Hannah Redding. Gloria L. Robertson. Daniel E. Ross. Ashley Russell. Noor Saeed. Yaneli Sanchez. Tyler G. Sanda. Andrew Saunders. Adam D. Schaefer. Nicholas Seitz. Emily Sims. Grant M. Slack. Courtney Smith. Hannah Smith. Jessica L. Sokol. Jessica is also receiving a Master of Public Health. Carolyn E. Stierhoff. Madison C. Swaney. Ashwatha Thanapan. Jason Treater. Lauren E. Trout. Zachary Valentine. Caitlin Vossen. Krista L. Walker. Elijah D. Walters. Zachary W. Weed. Mark D. Wright. The following students are unable to attend the graduation and hooding ceremony today. They are Alexander M. Chase. Alexander is promoted this day to Captain, United States Air Force Medical Corps. Sierra Clark. Kristen J. Coleman Woodson. John L. Miller. Daniel M. Pullman. Rachel Ree. Jennifer L. Schmitz. Daniel C. Titino. Marie C. Walters. Marie also received her PhD. Her thesis was calcium imaging of paravablin DRG neurons provides new tool to study proprioceptive function and reveals abnormal calcium homeostasis after peripheral nerve injury. Michael L. Wilson, Jr. And Leonid Yermakov. Leo also received a PhD. His thesis was type 2 diabetes leads to impairment of cognitive flexibility and disruption of excitable axonal domains in the brain. Let's give another round of applause to all of the graduates of the class of 2021.
Now, the class of 2021 will recite an oath, which represents and is a sacred compact that they make with both their future patients and with society. Graduates, please rise. I invite all physicians to stand wherever you are in support of these new physicians as we recite the oath with members of the Wright State University Boonshoft School of Medicine, class of 2021. And we will read it together. As I enter into the profession of medicine, I swear by whatever I hold most sacred to keep according to my ability and judgment the following oath. It will be my honor and privilege to care for my fellow beings. I regard the preservation of the highest quality of life as my most sacred goal. I will strive to use all of my capabilities as a physician to promote the health of my patients and the whole of society. Whenever a patient seeks my counsel, I pledge that the interaction between us will be held in the utmost confidence. I hold the beauty and mystery of life as well as death in deepest reverence, and will do all in my power to provide comfort, relieve suffering, and preserve human dignity in each of my patients. I am constantly aware of the profound influence of my professors, peers, and all who assisted me in the learning of this art. I therefore find myself deeply committed to assist all who are seeking medical knowledge and will strive with lifelong perseverance for the perfection of my art. I promise to do all in my power to bring dignity and honor to the profession of medicine. My service will forever be guided by the utmost respect for the quality and dignity of human life and the health of the patient. Never will I allow race, sex, gender identity and/or expression, sexual orientation, age, disability, religion, national or ethnic origin, or military or veteran status to obscure my perception of my duty. I pledge always to pursue the path of honor and truth in my profession. Should I be true to this, my oath, may I enjoy my life and the practice of my art with prosperity and good repute. I present to you the Wright State University Boonshoft School of Medicine, class of 2021.
Okay. And I'm going to wipe down this podium for the last time. This was not in my job description, but kind of liking it. And you know, this room, I could barely hear anybody congratulate this crowd. Let's try that again. Congratulations to the class of 2021. All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. You're now an alumnus of the Wright State University Boonshoft School of Medicine. Hey, sit down for just a moment and relax. You are members of a unique club of over 3,600 alum throughout this country, all 50 states, by the way. As you move forward in your careers and your lives, please remember to stay in touch with us and let us know about what you're doing, all the wonderful things that you're accomplishing. And also, I encourage you to give back to the individuals, the students that are following in your footsteps. You may do so by joining the Academy of Medicine or by contributing to a scholarship or a travel fund. In addition, we encourage you to consider volunteering as a mentor, hosting a student while they're doing their interviews for residency, when we start going back out there again, and or returning to give a speech like Dr. Taylor to current students. We're so proud of you and wish you the best, and the administration, faculty, and staff look forward to hearing from you. On that first day of medical school, many of you remembered when I talked to you about those demons and dragons. Well, they're still there following you. They've just taken on new forms. They've not been fully vanquished. And so I just encourage you to remember, many of our graduation speakers have talked to you about change. Change is like an ever-present life partner who I despise when it takes me from my comfort zone, but I love it when it reveals my potential to become a better person. And you have become a better people because of this experience. Just remember that every generation has something. 102 years ago was the Spanish flu, World War I, World War II, the Great Depression, Vietnam, 9/11, the Great Recession. Change is ever present in your life, but it will make you a better person. So fear, unrest, and uncertainty leads to inspiration. So with that, this ends the academic portion of our ceremony. For those of you that received your certain awards, please visit 190 Whitehall to pick up those awards immediately following graduation. And awards will be available until 4:30. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it done. They got it done. Congratulations, and have a good afternoon. Please stand. Have a good afternoon, folks.